it's Mark and Cindy on the radio, 10 to 11 a.m. Well, it's Mark and Cindy, they've got a morning show. Every day I listen in.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the Mark and Cindy Show. Woo! We're dragging a little late today. Nothing in particular, except one of us was late. By the way, this lead-in song, Walking in High Cotton, do you feel like that right now, Cindy?
Walking in High Cotton, I thought it was Jared Starrett, the Mark and Cindy Show.
But, right before that.
Oh, right
the
before
lead-in
that.
song was the Jared Starrett, who's going to be here tomorrow.
That's right, live.
Wow, but you're feeling okay today and all?
I'm feeling fabulous. It was just 45. If you live that far down 45, you never know. Never. It's always a gamble when you get on the freeway. So you never know whether to leave, last night or leave at 30 minutes before.
You just have to ask yourself, do I want to be here early and have to talk to Mark and Dick, or would I rather just be late? And with me, I know the answer to that for me.
No. What was really sad was Thursday when we were at the Willis Community Center for the Judge Forum. I live like 2 seconds from that place, and Mark got there before I did. You showed up that day before I did.
Yeah, I know, and I even had bad directions. But Cindy, I emailed it. By the way, ladies and gentlemen, again, the Mark and Cindy Show here on Lone Star Internet Radio. And please Facebook us and call us in at 936-647-3776.
But don't say it that fast. 936-647-3776. Because Sue is trying to write this down as you say it.
She is. Bless her heart.
And Sue, I miss you. You haven't called in when I'm here, so she's one of our regular callers, and so she could call in whenever she wants to.
In Washington State, it's 8 o'clock, and I know she's up by 8, but she's probably just mulling around. I don't talk well. I don't talk well at 10 o'clock, but at 8 o'clock, it's just scary.
I understand.
But we are glad you made it.
Yes, so here I am. I'm ready to go.
Did you see the guy with the sign today, or was he not?
I didn't see him today. I may have been going so fast as I passed by that area that I didn't notice it. But I bet the clinic's still open.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Cindy, by the way, that blemish on your nose is all but gone.
Almost gone. It's almost gone.
Do not do another thing with it.
I know. What's bad now is it really looks like somebody's going to say, you got something on your nose.
No.
Get
when they're talking to
hand me a hanky.
Even if they're just doing a jet or scratching their chin, I think, oh, my gosh.
Have I got something on me?
Jill and I have pretty good, my sister, we know when one of us is.
Yeah, they go like, stop it. Yeah.
Yeah, that's a pretty good sign.
And your best friends won't tell you. That's terrible.
And what's scary about that is a lot of times they just don't notice because they're not looking. The number of people who have mentioned that I've shaved my beard off is you and maybe one other somewhere.
Really?
Around a whole bunch of people, and it's my family.
You know what? Leo is out there. Were you watching for me?
What's Leo doing?
She's watching for me. She told everyone I was late.
Sorry, Leo. That's from Coffee, Conroe Coffee.
Conroe Coffee. They're there waiting for us to come on. See, we've got people waiting in line. Not only Leo has people waiting in line, we have people waiting in line to listen to us. Thank you, Leo. So she came over to remind us that we were late.
That Leo is great. By the way, fascinating show today. Cindy, I don't know if you're happy where you're retired and all, but I've come up with the top 10 places to retire in the United States. I don't know about overseas. The top 10
places?
Yeah.
Okay. So you're not going to stay here?
No. I am going to. Yes, I'm staying here as long as I can afford it. But see, this is one of those. What do they call it? Caveats. It's for if you're making $40,000 a year, the best place to retire. So see, that narrows it down. Aspen, Colorado? I don't think so.
No. California?
No, mama. Anyway, I've got that and a couple of other things. I know you brought a whole chest full of stuff.
And it's all
in her noggin.
Right here.
She's noteless, ladies and gentlemen. This is just scary.
I have Olympics. I have
the Olympics.
The poor Olympics. 7th place in medals. Yeah. 7th place. USA has never done that. But we beat the Russians in the hockey game.
Yeah.
And the Russians got mad and thought it was the referee's fault. I thought that was pretty funny.
I don't know about that. But speaking of what you call your hockeys,
yes.
They're out there killing each other forever, and all of a sudden it's a tie, and they say, okay, we've got to have a shootout. And That's like soccer. Oh, our 90 minutes is up. Let's have somebody shoot and try to make it.
Yeah.
And so the Ruskies try to shoot and make it, and if the Americans make it, then they have to keep doing it. And eventually, seventh try, I think, the Americans beat the...
we beat them.
We beat them. But the Netherlands, those Dutch, they're the ones to beat. They're supposed to be pretty good.
Well, we're going to get
high as kites.
You know what? We're going to get that's right. We're going to get better because we've had so much cold weather longer that they've had more time to practice in that. So maybe by next year we'll do better next year.
Well,
but
you don't have to practice in the United States.
You're born that way?
You can be born here, but you can go over, where it's cold to practice.
Man, I have to apologize to the manufacturers of the Olympics fast skating people. What do they call them? Speed skating. Fast skating. That's what they call it in West Virginia. But I said, wow, they're doing terrible, and it's because of their uniforms, whatever they
the high tech, scientifically, researched, approved, and someone says like they're wearing diamond encrusted saran wrap.
Exactly, that's pretty much what it is.
And they finally figured out, we're doing horrible, so they took them off and put on the old stuff
and they still didn't win. So I think it might have been psychological. The first person
win or miss, right?
It is that.
Wasn't the swim team that wore the high-tech clothes, and they won, and people were complaining about, they have an advantage?
Yeah.
They hardly had anything on, that's for sure.
But no, it was like a full suit
nothing.
Instead of like a Speedo. They wore
I thought they were wearing you're right. It was a full suit.
The other thing, which few people even read about, was they actually have this machine that elongates your toes and adds webbing. They tried that. And that
in Russia
a bunch.
I'm sure they did in Russia.
Remember the East Germans? We used to hit them because their volleyball team and girl weightlifters had hair under their. Well, most do, but they were in Europe.
But it hasn't been very fascinating, and they came out with a horrible story about how the speed skaters were having so much discourse in their team, and that they had stopped training together. They were all training separately, so there was no cohesiveness or camaraderie, what you call, of the people. And so they started blaming it on that. So they had a lot of blame game going on in them, but it hasn't. I don't know. Sochi's just not there.
No, and they are having that snow problem. And I didn't realize this, but the soft snow makes them hurt themselves. When they're
the
fluffy when it starts to
I thought it was supposed to be really
melt and all, they go. It's very
well.
difficult.
Watching a lot of them ski with their shirts off and go swimming and stuff is hard to believe. We're in the Winter Olympics.
The question most people are asking right now is, what is Richard Boone dead? But that's not the
that's not the real
thing.
question.
No,
okay.
The question is, how's the Jamaican bobsled team doing?
I forgot to check. It's the only thing I forgot to check. But I did want you to know that we're going to be, Mark and I are going to be emceeing the chili cook-off at Grace Crossing. And Kim is going to be calling us, but she can't get in, Richard. So she said, can y'all call me? Because I can't call in.
No, we were talking, so if she calls in right now, I can pick her up.
Oh, if you call in right now, Kim, we can pick you up.
But we're 3 seconds delayed, so it's...
I hope you're listening to this. Call me. I can text her. If you'll keep talking, I can text her.
And what many people are asking now is, what is Kim's shoe size? But the other thing is, who the heck is she, Kim? What's her last name?
I want to hear more about this barbecue.
Summers, we knew that.
Yeah, and that's she has all the information about that, and she's going to give us. But we'll be emceeing. I said, cut in right now. I can't even spell. I'm trying to text her to tell her call right now. Now, okay, I've sent a text. A text is now on the way.
All right.
And then when she gets that, she's probably not able to listen to the show. She's just trying to call in because she can't do both at the same time.
I wish someone would text me on my cell phone because I don't know what the buzzer sounds like. Can't tell a buzzer from when my...
Okay, we do have a call. Yay.
I'm sorry.
I wonder who it could be.
I don't know.
Hi, caller. What is your name, and what would you like to talk about?
Hi, I'm Kim. I'd like to talk about the chili cook-off at Grace Crossing.
I'm so sorry you had trouble getting in. That's terrible. But especially when you have such a hot topic to talk about.
Well, hey, Kim, how did you get roped into how did you get involved in the chili cook-off thing? Or how sweet is that?
Well, Yeah. No, actually, it benefits the women's ministry and actually women's and men's ministries.
Oh, well,
so
good.
I decided I would take this on because I wanted to make sure it happened.
That's right.
Kim,
Kim's one of the ones, you give her the job, it will happen, and you don't have to worry about it anymore.
Really?
She'll take
Isn't that the
charge
truth?
and control of everything. Right, Kim?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
She's got leadership blood in her.
She is dependable. We don't like to say depend on this show because of our age, but you are dependable, Kim, and we know that you'll get the job done. So the women's ministry helps so many people. They feed the homeless. They also, when someone's sick, they have the committees that feed them, right?
Yeah. We have several ministries involved, like serving as far as meals for the sick or the shut-ins. There's the women's shelter, the Dream Center. We've actually gone out there and supplied them with toiletries and things that they need. And so a lot of the money that we raise at the Chili Cook-Off, we use it not only for our retreats and events to help with funding of that, but also towards giving back in the community. So, and there's women that can't go to some of these retreats. Sometimes they need help, and so we use that money also to scholarship them.
Well, that's what a lot of people are so skeptical, so jaded to do anything for any kind of charity because they don't think the real charity, the people that need the help, get that money. But I can tell you for sure, that's what Kim does. She oversees that and makes sure that money comes into that account, that it goes back out to the community and to help people in the church. And that's why it is a church family, because they really do take care of the family. When somebody's sick in our family, they will go out and help them and feed them. And even when someone has a baby and they just need some help for a few days to get back on their feet, they're there for them. And so it's a very great ministry, and it'll be a good event. So we're going to have we're going to be emceeing. That's the highlight. But what other things are going to be going on at the Chili Cook-Off?
Well, we're going to have this year. We didn't have karaoke last year, but this year we're going to have it. And so, we're encouraging people to bring their best singing voice, or not. I mean, really, because that's the exciting part about karaoke. Let's be honest.
Well, that's what Mark and I Mark and I will be playing that part. We'll be playing like
Proud Mary,
bad voice and good voice, part. So we'll make sure everybody feels like they can get up and sing.
Kim, have you got people who've actually said yes, we're going to do the karaoke, or is it just wait till we get there and see?
It's pretty much wait till we get there. We offered it at one of our last events, and we couldn't believe how much of how excited people were about it. We had one of our shepherds actually get up there, one of our elders actually get up there and sing a song. And
wait a minute, which one was that?
That was Godfrey.
Godfrey. Oh, he's got a
voice. And he has the accent, good voice, so
that's right.
Jamaican man.
That's right. Well, we get Mark get up there and sing because we try to keep him from singing here.
Exactly.
So if you'll let him vent that, that'll be great that night.
Well, Mark, this is your avenue to just let that true talent come out.
We'll see.
But you got other things for kids and stuff to do, right?
Yeah, we do. We have a balloon artist that's coming. We also have some stick horse races and some little prizes for that. And we're just really mainly just going to be focusing on who's got the best chili, and we have some prizes for those chili winners too. We have 3 categories. Texas chili, alternative chili, and your grand champion will be your overall winner.
Alternative chili. That's the one I want to taste, the alternative chili.
I know, right?
Here's a fish sandwich. That's
I was out shooting some video there at the church last Sunday, and they had an example of some of the chili that would be served. It was delish. It was just amazing. I thought I already claimed them as the winners, but I know there's a lot.
Did not know that.
There's a lot of good teams out there, and the desserts are pretty wild, right?
Yeah, actually, we have, of course, desserts, all kinds of desserts. But last year, our biggest hit was the banana pudding, so we've asked that person to make banana pudding again, and we're hoping that'll get us some money as well, because we're selling all the desserts for $1. So you can get like a bag of cookies or some mini cheesecakes, and again a cup of banana pudding for $1. That's a steal.
And it's $5 to get in, right?
Yeah, it's $5 to get in. If they get their tickets online at gracecrossing.net/events. If they get them before the day of the event, there's a family discount of $15.
everybody.
You could have like 12 kids and get in for
That's right.
$15.
Yeah, I know.
Hey,
next year we'll probably put a max on it, though.
Oh, okay. Well, if the bus drives up, I don't know about this.
I know.
Let me ask you this: Can you tell us how many people so far have signed up to enter the chili? And it may be the deadline's passed, but how many contestants do we have?
We have 12 teams right now.
Oh, my word. Okay.
12 teams.
Man.
That's going to fill up the, that's going to be plenty of chili for everybody.
I was a judge.
It will be because, go ahead.
No, I was just going to say I was a judge last year, and it seems like we might have had 80. We didn't, but I mean, when it was over, Kim, I was one sick dog. That was some tough stuff. No, it was good, but
it was overeating. Not
It's a lot of.
Well, apparently they said that you shouldn't be a judge this year. They said
did.
like you whined a lot. I don't know.
I was a whiner, man.
Mark
I
whining?
believe that.
Goodness.
I believe that.
I mean, they were bragging. Oh, is it number 87 good? Oh my gosh, my mouth, that's killing me.
Well, you just need to leave Mark alone in a room, and then you bring him the food one by one.
Really?
Yes,
and that's
yes.
it. Just leave him. Instruct the server. Don't speak to him.
Yes,
Just
sir.
leave him alone.
And then read the marks on the wall. That's all. Kim, I tell you, you're getting stars in your crown for being involved in let me ask you something else that's pretty important, and I don't know if you were able to do it. Is it? Have you been able to get the MC, the band playing, and the karaoke in the same room as the chili?
No, actually, the karaoke and emceeing will definitely happen in the same room, and we're planning to have it's a live feed into the other room where the chili booths are, so that everyone can kind of see what's going on down on the other end. But the band we were going to have, they're not going to be able to make it. Apparently, that day is a pretty popular day, so they were
20
unavailable.
Seconds, you're right. We got several things going. Rodeo thing.
And you have all of the people that'll be in the atrium can see what's going on in the other room because they have the monitors up to see what's happening. Okay, good. And they'll be bombarded with our voices, Mark, and the voices of the karaoke singers. Yeah. So
they will be drawn to the other end of the building.
That's what she said.
The voices.
They've already hired the guys to do it. They just draw these people into but we're excited about being a part of that, and I know it's fun and it's fulfilling as well. And you guys always have the best food. I mean, we have the best cooks in that whole church.
Yeah, they are, and some of them know it.
They do, and they flaunt it.
They've got some competition going on there.
They do. But Kim, thank you so much for calling in and promoting that thing for us and asking us to be a part of it, begging us to be a part of it. Actually, I asked, I said, "Hey, would you let Mark and I please
let go of my leg? I am through." Okay.
Okay, and when you get the big hooks out and draw us off the stage, it'll be fine.
Thanks, Kim.
But
if they don't want to come and eat chili, maybe they've got some digestional issues or something, they can donate just to the cause.
What an idea!
That's right, because you take care of a lot of people.
If they want to donate, go ahead.
Yeah.
No, go ahead. Where will they go to donate?
They can go to the Grace Crossing events page, and just like you would register to buy tickets, just basically buy tickets is basically how you donate. And there should be an option to put in the amount, and then just note that you're donating, not buying tickets. Or you can send your check to the Grace Crossing Church.
And by the way, it is imperative that we say, ladies and gentlemen, the Grace Crossing Church is right about at the corner of 1488 and 45. It's that
we hadn't even told them how to get there.
Right behind the apartment thing.
1488. Yes, right behind the mansions. You see a lot of the apartments that say mansions. We're right back there. But as soon as you get on 45 from 1488, the first entrance really to take a left. It's only a block from that. So it's easy to get to. And it will be something that if you go, it's an event that will stay with you for a while afterwards, right?
Oh, it will. Definitely the next morning you will start getting over the...
you'll have a good time. You'll have a really good time and meet a lot of great people.
Kim
Summers.
Thanks so much, young lady. And
you can hear this whole interview, Kim, after 12 o'clock today. great.
I've always wanted to hear what I'd sound like on the radio.
There you go. Yeah. She's got a great voice. So here you are, and you can use this as an audition tape. We'll let you. It's fine.
Exactly.
You have our permission.
Great.
Dick thought so much of your presence here that he did not even interrupt us for a brief
Not one
word
time.
from
He was hanging on every word you said.
He was important.
You told me she was a lady.
She is a lady. She is that.
It'd be rude to interrupt the lady.
Ladies and gentlemen, we're saying goodbye to Kim, and we're taking a little break, and we'll be right back with where I think you ought to retire. I really do.
Thank you, Kim. Thank you, Kim.
You're welcome.
Later on the Mark and Cindy Show.
Bye-bye.
Be right back in a sec.
Nobody can tell you there's only one song worth singing. They may try and sell you.
Hey y'all, grab your boots and hats on February 22nd. It's time for the 49th Annual Go Texan Parade at 1 p.m. in downtown Conroe. This year's parade theme, Salute to Our Scholars, will feature entries from local schools, businesses, nonprofit organizations, and political candidates. So join us at 1 p.m. in downtown Conroe on February 22nd for the 49th Annual Go Texan Parade.
Tune in at 3 o'clock every Wednesday for Aperture and Shutter Speed with me, Tom Moore of TR Moore Photos.
And me, Dick.
If you are an amateur or expert, or if you haven't ever picked up an SLR camera before, Aperture and Shutter Speed is a show for anyone who loves photography and film.
Join the conversation with us by calling in or emailing us your questions. If you want to know what's coming up on Aperture and Shutter Speed, just look up our show page on irlonestar.com or look us up on Facebook.
Join us every Wednesday at 3 p.m. for Aperture and Shutter Speed, and remember,
take your lens cap off.
The East Texas Dream Center is in need of your help. We are a nonprofit Christian organization that houses women and children who are trying to get their lives back after being homeless, abused, or addicted. We are conveniently located at 301 South 1st Street, Conroe, Texas, 77301, right here in Montgomery County. Our needs are financial and every needs of gasoline, cleaning supplies, laundry soap, Lysol, and whatever else God puts in your heart. To help our ladies and children, please consider a donation. You may visit our website at www.easttexasdreamcenter.org. Again, so you don't forget, it's www.easttexasdreamcenter.org. Donations are tax deductible. Remember what Jesus said, with God, nothing is impossible.
That's right. We make our own kind of music here. Yes, we do.
And you know, I read
Mark
something
and
today
Cindy show
that is so much like the Mamas and Papas show. It said you should use all the colors in your coloring box.
Really?
Crayon box. That is so important, Cindy.
Oh, yes.
Take advantage of so many things.
But you know what? Some of the colors don't represent the colors we grew up with, and so we don't understand those colors.
They don't.
You know, the color
duck
of
belly green. I mean, what is that all about?
And the color of the ocean or the sea or our color was always a greenish brown in Galveston.
You must be from Galveston. This must be the Galveston color.
If they
give me the murky
color.
brown, please. No, Galveston? Yeah. I am so sorry, Galveston. No, it's wonderful. By the way, I don't think we've been on the air since Valentine's Day. What happened with people?
What did you do Valentine's? Did you do anything special?
Well, I got a card for Kay, and she got me one. And, you know, I'm supposedly the writer, and her cards are so much more touching. She is
every writer has to have an inspiration.
That's right. That she's, and I'm inspired by her, but she's apparently more inspired by me. No, she's not.
That's
she's just very sweet. Anyway, and she went out to the Cheesecake Factory with a friend of hers that she hadn't seen in a while, and really enjoyed it. That's where she ate lunch, and so she came back and she said, "Mark, I am so full. I don't know about supper." So I had a bowl of soup and some cheese and crackers for Valentine's, and I think she had cereal. But other than that, it was a very romantic time. How about yourself?
Well, kind of beats. Sam,
don't.
Sam did call me and say, "Hey, you want to go to the hog trough?" Yes, I love it. He calls the Golden Corral. He calls it the hog trough. Now, can you imagine why, though? As you watch people get their food and stuff, that's what he thinks of. But anyway, in fact, SNL, Saturday Night Live, did a skit on people that go to buffets and stuff, and that's how they did it. You could hear them, and they were going down the line, but they were actually eating out of. I mean, they would say, "Oh, like this is a good sound." They would eat it. Hey, I'm sorry, I digress. But anyway, so he said, "Let's go do that." We did that, and he did bring me flowers, and he brought me beautiful flowers. In fact, I put it on Facebook because it was so exciting. I hadn't had flowers in a long time, and I signed up for Medicare. That's what I did for Valentine's
Cindy,
Day.
that is monumental.
That's so bad.
So
bad.
He
But
brought
he brought
you
flowers.
Where were you when he brought them to you?
I was at the house, and he had gone to get new tires for that car. That the problem with my car was the brakes were going. The brakes were going, and they were so bad. The guy said, "I can't believe they got you here."
Yeah.
And so I kept trying to tell people about this sound. Remember I told y'all
you
that?
Did.
I told him.
You
I
did,
said, in fact,
did.
I can go back and show where I talked about the sound in the car at this date, because he thought I'd been letting this go for weeks. And I went, no, it wasn't that long, but anyway, so that was the problem. And he got that fixed, and he came back and gave me flowers, maybe because he thought I could have been killed out on the road because I didn't have brakes.
You let them go that long in the drums or something in there they have to replace, and I didn't know about.
I don't know nothing but the sound. And you try and go to people, and a woman walks in to
into a bar, and the duck says, I'm sorry, keep putting ducks
to an AutoZone or something, and the sounds she has to try and replicate are so awful, and you feel so stupid up there. That's all you know. You can't say the cylinder against this butt is dragging or something. I don't know what to say, so I have to make the sound.
Okay, Dick, our younger audience out there is wanting to know about your Valentine's
Yes,
Day.
they do. What did you do?
Censor it, if you will.
Richard.
Beep, 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 beep. No. That was my Morse code.
Okay.
No. We did the radio play on Friday night.
That's right.
And how did that go?
It went really well. We had a lot of listeners. We had a lot of people interested, and so hopefully next time we get more people wanting to try out. The next play we're doing is The Green Hornet. The Ghost Who Talk Too Much. And that audition dates are March 2nd, I believe.
How did the sound effects go? Were they timed right? Or it's really more fun when they're not. But
well, what's interesting is the train sound effect. It's such a hard sound effect to do that it needs the time to develop to become the train sound effect. So if you're doing it like right off the start, people are like, "What is that? What's going on in the background?" So that was probably
that's hard.
Yeah, that was probably because you need at least like 7 rotations of the wheels to really get that's a train and it's going somewhere. And so that was probably the hardest thing for the actors is to get used to that because a lot of the cue times were longer.
Yeah.
So, but it went. I mean, it went really well. The actors, of course, did the best they've done.
If I hadn't been signing up for Medicare, I would have listened.
Really,
took a long
you should have
time to
been in
do
this
that.
thing. This young lady.
You think
here,
my voice could have taken care of that?
you could have done the train. Woo woo.
Yeah.
Oh, thanks. Okay, Cindy, great audition. You're going to be the train. Oh yeah, right.
Okay, Cindy. Before we've got.
But
so much...
is it archived? Can we go back?
It's gonna. Well, we're playing it back every Saturday until the Green Hornet airs.
Okay, so we can watch every Saturday.
So
That's
many,
good.
they being the Players Theater in conjunction with Lone Star Internet Radio, so many radio plays that are there. I mean, speaking of how great the Mark and Cindy Show archives are, this is Super 2. Definitely involves more people. Super 2.
No, that's cool.
That sounds like a movie. I don't know.
Super 2.
Super 2. Okay, we'll work on that. But speaking of movies, you weren't speaking.
No, go ahead.
You were going to
ahead.
speak on. Because we got to talk about.
Oh my word, Cindy!
Oh no! Well, we got to talk about Noah when we come back, and also, which is kind of inconsistent with what you want to talk about, best places to retire.
Oh, retire!
So that'll all work out together.
With a bunch of hippos. Yeah,
Join us in just a second
on the
Mark and Cindy Show.
Just to do your thing, the hardest thing to do.
Lone Star Internet Radio is now bringing you the Lone Star Weekly Business Hour each Monday morning at 9 a.m. My name is Rick Schisler, and I'll be your host. Each week we will be bringing you local, area, and national business news that you can use. The program will also feature an interview with a local or national business person who will share their experiences, success and failures in operating their own businesses. The Weekly Business Hour show is on each Monday morning at 11 a.m. Our special business owner guest this week will be Rodney Poole, businessman and downtown Conroe investor. So plan to join us Monday at 11 a.m. at Lone Star Internet Radio for the best in business news, business tips and education, and an interview with a variety of area and national business persons.
Hi, this is Erica Tullis, Executive Director of the Breast Cancer Charities of America. The Breast Cancer Charities of America is a national nonprofit organization with our headquarters in the Woodlands, Texas. We focus on non-invasive breast cancer research and helping the true patient that is going through breast cancer. Through our Help Now Fund, we help women pay the rent and utilities while going through their breast cancer treatment. It's unlike any other program that truly is out there. We are here to help the woman. Our phone number is 936-231-8460. For more information or to get involved or to even make a donation, please visit our website, www.igopink.org.
Oh, you're on the Mark and Cindy show. You're listening to the Mark and Cindy show. You know,
because we're on it. Go ahead.
Saddest story from Richard. Richard had to do the play, which was fun for him. Yeah. And he even made chocolate-covered strawberries and broke out a bottle of champagne for the cast. For him, isn't that amazing? And he had to stay here till 9 o'clock, and he kept working, and then he just went home by himself. He didn't get anything given to him. So I thought we should continue celebrating
with the chocolate strawberries.
Well, hey, there's another bottle of champagne.
You know,
I can't have it.
That's all Cindy needs now.
I'm weird
it wouldn't affect me at all.
Yeah.
But, you know, Dick could have had someone to go home with him if he'd have just asked them. And I feel
agree.
Sure about
he
that.
has so many girlfriends, but he's afraid they'll take it the wrong way if he gets too romantic.
Right.
Right?
Yeah.
Okay, so.
Anyway, try one of those while I tell you the best places to retire if I've got it here. Yes, I've got it here. If you're making $40,000 a year. And by that making, I mean, that's your retirement plan. And for some people, that's doable. But if you've already got your house bought and everything, but if you have to move to this place and you don't have money to buy a house or something, you're in deep trouble. I have been to 1, 2, 3 of these places. The first one I skirted it, and I stopped at the worst filling station restroom I have ever seen. Yeah, the skirt of the number one place, if you're making $40,000, drum roll please, Albuquerque, New Mexico.
Wow, it's a beautiful place.
Is it? Good. I was on the skirts of it. Oh, man, it was in, one of those, is everybody still here? It was one of those containers on a truck that carries, it was on the ground, and it was both, men and women going there, supposedly, but it was just really bad. But that was many, many years ago. I'm sure they've improved it since then. The second one I've never been to. I've heard about it, Augusta, Georgia. $40,000 a year.
I've never been to
Good place to, Dick, you ever been to Augusta, Georgia? I've been to Georgia, not Augusta.
Where they do the golf tournament?
Holy mackerel, it sure is.
So,
Son of a gun.
That's a pretty place.
The U.S. Open, whatever. Columbia, South Carolina. No idea.
Never.
And this one I would not want. It's the fourth one. I've never been to Jackson, Mississippi, but I don't know if I'd want to retire there. The next one sounds good.
Isn't that the June Carter, Johnny Cash song?
I don't know if I'd want to retire there.
No, the Jackson, isn't it?
Oh, I got married in a fever, 100 Brussels spout. Something in Jackson's there.
Is that what they're talking about?
Might be Jackson Hole, Wyoming, though. I don't know.
No, I think he's right.
Okay. Knoxville, Tennessee, I think I may have passed through there, is 5. And number 6, I've been to, and I would agree, it would be a nice place. Little Rock, Arkansas. Louisville, Kentucky. And ladies and gentlemen, after Louisville, Kentucky, that's number 6, 7. Pittsburgh. Number 8.
Pittsburgh?
A great place. I don't know.
Why?
St. Louis.
No,
Really.
no.
That's a good. I'm not going to say. I was going to say something bad, but I don't. Yeah.
To retire to?
And the 10th best place to retire on a salary of income of $40,000 a year, San Antonio.
San Antonio.
I've heard of that. Yeah.
Amazing.
Texas. Fascinating.
Well,
it is. Pack your bags.
They should put Willis in there. Willis would have been.
Willis
would be good.
Googled stuff just to find out. I think I'm going to stay here when we're already retired. I think we will stay here. But they have, when you look up, just Google 10 best, it'll say retirement places, this much money, that much money, this much money for fun, whatever, and then it'll say the best belt buckles, the best,
what's there?
Yeah.
But what Sam said the other day is, you know what people, when the money management people, they get this all set up for you, and when you get to be this age, this is what you're going to have and all that. But they never put in there the surprises, like having to spend, $1,000 on your car, or $2,000 on some dental stuff. You didn't put that back in. People on YouTube will see that he just dropped some of the chocolate off the strawberries that we're tasting. And he looked like he was going to put it back in his mouth. There was no 5-second rule on that. That was so gross. If you YouTube people, you're going to have to edit that out.
I think that was great.
Just did. It was right in the camera.
We should take him to the Golden Corral, or the Golden Trough, the Hog Trough.
And let it feed. No, these chocolate strawberries are amazing. But anyway, squirrel time. That if you don't plan for that, there's no way you can keep up with the Joneses. You have to be able to have all that ready for the surprises.
Those Joneses, I hate them. By the way, semi-sweet chocolate on a strawberry is just really hard to beat. Or not on a strawberry.
Is that semi-sweet chocolate?
Some of them are.
I made different ones.
Yeah.
Okay.
This man is unbelievable. He's but he left the green thing on it, and I'm sorry.
Well,
that's the way you hold it.
Yeah, that's the reason I make them, because you have to hold on to something when you're dipping.
Oh, I see. I got.
Yeah,
I embraced the notion of the whole thing.
Too.
Cindy, can we talk about license plates for just a second, because it's very important?
Yes.
I was driving the other day. Actually, I was driving this morning, not too long ago. But
sure.
I noticed Texas license plates in it, and I see them, and they're all different, and it's upsetting to me because I'm thinking, you need to start noticing it. The police are going, and when you see a license plate and you couldn't even tell what state that's from because they've got some kind of insignia on it.
Real.
I read this morning in this morning's paper that there are 370 right now, 370 Texas license plate styles. You could get a license plate with your school district, Conroe School District, written there and all with numbers. Anyway, there's 370 different times. A&M's got I don't know how many different decals you can use on it, and so do a bunch of other colleges. The Cowboys, NASCAR has several types you can use.
I thought it was. I thought you had the.
I'm sorry, folks. I'm licking my fingers.
The Texas license plate has the same writing and the whatever logo they have on there. No,
one would think no. Different colors and everything. Used to, when we went to Oklahoma when I was a child for the children, we went there, and it was so fun to just look at license plates and say, oh, I found an Arizona, I found a Tennessee. Now you couldn't tell any, is that a Texas? I don't know. Anyway, the police force is upset at that. They say, look, we've come too far.
Yeah.
There are 170,000 personalized license plates in Texas since they started this thing in 2009. They had personalized before 2009, but now you create anything you want. Used to it say, oh, you want it personalized? What letters do you want? Now they say, what design do you want?
Oh, man.
And it's driving our prisoners crazy who make our license plates. I don't know if they still make our license plates.
Maybe they got more creative and they showed what they could do. But
we're number one.
If you were to personalize your license, you can only have, how many letters can you have? 8 letters?
I don't know. That's all. I've been seeing 6.
3.
You use your alphabet and your
7
numbers.
Well, it's got 7 numbers on it right now.
Oh,
Can you, if you personalize it, how many letters can you have on it?
37.
You're wrong.
Yeah. I'm
but how would you personalize it? If you could get it on there, that shorted.
Yeah.
On that amount of letters or numbers, what would you put on there?
Oh, gosh, Cindy, I don't, I care. It's one of those things that draws attention to you, and I don't like to do that. There's Mark. What's he doing at the
LK,
topless bar or something?
ATME.
Okay, ETME. Okay, ETME.
Look at me.
Oh, look at me. Yeah.
But now with
he's here.
The way we text and the way we shorten everything,
yeah,
it should be easy to say a whole conversation on there.
A word that has difficulty, or I don't understand anymore, yay. How do you spell yay?
I know it.
Is it Y-E-A?
Y-A-Y. Y-E-A-H. That's yeah.
Yeah. And that doesn't make sense.
Isn't that Yahweh?
No, that's different. That's got an H in it somewhere. But here's the deal. When I'm writing like an article, I but I spell it right. If I spelled yay, Y-A-Y, people say you hayseed. But if you're texting, that's how the dadgum word sounds. Yay, Y-A-Y. Y-E-A, I don't know. And yow, Y-E-A-H. That's what I've got to put in. And I don't think, Jill, are you listening? Jill doesn't know yow yet. Yow yet? He used to play for the San Antonio Spurs.
Oh, it was the Rockets.
Okay.
But I had put, when I texted you, I put yay.
You did, and you did. Yeah. That was good.
And so I thought you
know
what that meant.
Something else that is good is we're taking just a brief break, and we're going to be back with an encouraging word that is going to make me feel so much better. I don't know about you.
Good, because I can eat more chocolate-covered
chocolate. On the Mark and Cindy Show, ladies and gentlemen, back in just a short bit.
Hello, Montgomery County. I'm Rachel Baldwin with Special Olympics Texas, Area 6. Are you a fan of courage? Are you a fan of determination? Are you a fan of acceptance, grace, and skill? Then you're already a fan of Special Olympics. Make it official. Volunteer, coach, and/or compete and be a fan of dignity and acceptance. The dedication of our Special Olympic Texas volunteers provides mainstreaming experiences for athletes with intellectual disabilities. You will touch the heart of another person, and it will move you in a meaningful way that lifts the spirit. Please visit the Heart of East Texas Area 6 webpage at www.sotx.org. Also, like us on Facebook to be a fan and be part of Special Olympics Texas.
It takes something special to make it in the business world. Montgomery County is fortunate to have a diverse pool of industries and businesses. Join me, Cassandra Roshan, Director of Membership Development with the Greater Conroe, Lake Conroe Area Chamber of Commerce for Mind Your Business. I will sit down with our chamber members to talk history, community involvement, and get some tips of the trade on how to be successful in our current business environment. Tune in on the third Tuesday of each month at 11 a.m. to hear from our members of the Greater Conroe, Lake Conroe Area Chamber of Commerce talk about their professional experiences. I guarantee you will walk away with insight of how to mind your business. Income tax time is here. If you earned less than $52,000 in 2013, Montgomery County United Way and Entergy, Texas want you to know how to get your taxes prepared absolutely free. Beginning February 1st, the Volunteer Income Tax Assistance Program, known as VITA, will provide professionally trained volunteers to prepare your return in a way that is safe, free, and confidential. And they will help you see if you qualify for the Earned Income Tax Credit. That could mean up to $6,000 in your pocket and in our community. Montgomery County United Way improves lives of all our residents by mobilizing the caring power of our community. We want all our neighbors to have the opportunity to live healthy lifestyles, have access to education, and to improve your financial independence. This tax season, don't pay hundreds of dollars to have your taxes done. Locate a VITA site in Montgomery County by logging on to mcuw.org or find a site near where you live or work by calling 211. And please remember, give, advocate, and volunteer. Together, that is how we improve lives and live united.
Hey, we're always singing along here, Cindy, on the
Yes,
Mark
we
and
are.
Cindy show. And right now, I'm sure our Facebook is just going crazy. The phone lines are just unbelievable.
Everybody wants some of these strawberries.
They do.
They want him to make some
chocolate
chocolate
strawberries. Today's encouraging word, Cindy. I was reading this deal this morning in
It's not going to be on. It's not going to be on obesity, is it?
No.
Okay.
Oddly enough, it's not. Obesity has got me by the throat and it will not let go. When I was a kid, I was reading this thing about depression. I'm not depressed now, but I can be at the turn of a hat. And used to, when I was a kid, 3 brothers, 3 sisters, I would actually get in a closet because it was dark and sit down, and I was thinking, I wasn't praying or anything. I mean, I thought of God a lot when I was a kid, but I would just sit in there and I'd say, feels good because right now nobody's out there judging me. They're not looking at me and all, and and it felt good at that time just to be hidden away. And I from then on, things got worse at times, but that's the way I've been. And I used to think I'm the only one, and those are the thoughts that used to kill me as a kid. I'm the only one that doesn't know this. I'm the only one here. And I was reading this morning from Oswald Chamber. He said, if we were never depressed, we should not be alive. But he wrote this in 1917 when people talk like this. If we were never depressed, we should not be alive. In other words, anybody alive has been depressed. He said, it is the nature of a crystal never to be depressed. A stone, it's beautiful, it's unmoving, and that's it. It doesn't move. It doesn't do anything but sit there. It can stay buried, and, it's not depressed. In other words, it's not natural for man, it's natural for a crystal. He said, a human being is capable of depression, otherwise there would be no capacity for exaltation. And I know you've heard that before. It's the bad times that make you realize how happy the good times, that you have good times and all. I read that, and I've read that part a lot, but the thought that I know I don't know how many people out there, well, I don't know how many people are listening, but a bunch of you, or several of you, are probably depressed. And after I read that, I read this in 1 Peter 5. Listen to this, 1 Peter 5, 6 and 7. Therefore, humble yourself before the mighty hand of God, that he may exalt you in due time, casting all your cares upon him, because he cares for you. That sad little, I wasn't sad, but the boy in the closet there, the thought, God cares for you, Mark. I really believe, because the Bible says, I had an angel that sees the face of the Father constantly, was saying, I don't know what he was saying, but he's okay, Father, he's God, he's okay, or whatever. I know God knew, but the thought that is going on, that there's someone around that cares, and God cares for you regardless of if you feel so alone, you feel so depressed, it hurts. Anyway, That was uplifting to me a great deal. Just a constant reminder of things, we already know, or wouldn't be a reminder, but you're not alone, and if you're terribly depressed, there are people who have been there, and
can work with you.
It can.
And can build you up. And that's why God said everything that comes out of your mouth needs to be an encouragement to someone that needs it according to their needs. And I think that when we found out that and understood that the things that we put in our head and we let come into our head and we allow to do that's like programming a computer. What you put in your computer, and then something horrible comes out of your computer, you're the one that programmed it. So if it comes out bad, then you're responsible for it. So if you allow everybody else to tell you who you are and what you're about and all that, then that is not anybody's fault but your own, by allowing that to come in and believing what they said. You know who you are. You're a great guy. You've got so much talent, and you're very charming. Everybody loves you. They want to come up and go like, oh, Mike, you're so you've got all of that. You have all of that going for you, and you're just as sweethearted and kind-hearted as you can be. You always want to help everybody else. That to turn around and have any other thought than, now I need to go out and help other people, and because I know who I am, and I know I'm a great guy, and God loves me a whole lot, or otherwise I wouldn't still be here. But you can go out and do so much for so many, and you do that, and that should make you feel good about yourself. Number one.
Well, you need to just quit that stuff. But thanks, Cindy. That was very encouraging and uplifting. And you know what? A problem I think I have, we all have, is, you take for granted people like your spouse often and all. And just like you're saying, I take for granted that I'm not paying attention the stuff that's hitting me, I take for granted. Mark, try to stop that. In other words, and that doesn't apply very well to what I'm trying to say. But I don't think enough about what you just said. Oh, this thought is going to capture me or something. And we often don't. Our mind is always spinning. We're using all the crayons in our box. I wanted to apply that again.
Good. Thank you for tying that up.
And we, lose sight of thought, and also of just the fact that, everybody else can just kick you if they wish, but God loves you.
That's right. And never will do that.
He's concerned for you.
Tomorrow we have Jared Starrett, and also special guest. We have Ryan Rivera, who came up from bootstraps. You pull your bootstraps up and come from that.
Yeah.
And now he's the manager at Cilantro's Mexican Food. And there's nothing better than good Mexican food and good country music. And that's what we're going to have tomorrow. So do not miss the Mark and Cindy Show tomorrow at 10 a.m. Thanks for listening. And remember, God's got this.
Cindy,
Well, it's Mark and Cindy, they've got a morning show. Every day I listen in. Well, it's Mark and Cindy on Lone Star Internet Radio.
Hey everyone, this is Tina, your host from Retro Saturdays. I wanted to invite you to visit the Lone Star Studios here in downtown Conroe, Texas. We're all volunteers here, and we need your help in serving the Montgomery County area. Radio media is a fun field to be in. Lone Star Internet Radio serves Montgomery County with news, current events, local programming, and of course, music. If you are interested in volunteering and sharing your talents in media, go to irlonestar.com and let us hear from you. Lone Star Internet Radio, serving Montgomery County from the heart of downtown Conroe.